Okay, this is a challenge. I've never fished here before. We're at Lewiston Lake. It's supposed to be shallow and weedy. I'm in 9 feet of water, and I'm letting out a small gold and red Dick Knight spoon. My thought is to troll it about 1.5 with a Dick Knight and a fly to start with. I could see fish breaking about 100 yards in front of me. So that Dick Knight's running probably 4 feet deep, and next offering is going to be a Tui Chub pattern Arctic Fox trolling fly. This is my top line outfit, but I do have a small bullet weight on there. Get it just below the surface. Oh, there's a fish right there already. That didn't take long. Dick Knight, getting it done. I don't know what he is. Oh, he's fighting back there. Jumping. It's weedy in here. Very weedy. Woo! Oh, yeah! Oh, wow. He is a fighter. What a beautiful little rainbow. I'll just lift him here. Oh, lost him. That was awesome. Well, Lewiston Lake certainly is beautiful. It is very trouty. It is full of weeds. It's full of fish. I can see him jumping. I've already got a small rainbow to the side of the boat, and he hopped off. I was going to let him go anyway. I didn't try to net him. I was trying to lift him into the kayak. But what a beautiful lake and a beautiful setting. You could see the fog. Several fish breaking. Wow! I don't know if that was on camera, but that rainbow cleared the water by 2 feet. I'm in 7 feet of water here, and man, this just lives up to everything I've heard about Lewiston. It is just an incredible fishery and incredible setting. So, yep, you guessed it. I just got home from Lewiston Lake up in the Shasta Trinity National Forest. And I gotta say, my first visit there left me wanting more. Here's kind of an overview of the lake. It's located about 37 miles west of Redding on Highway 299, and despite its close proximity to Redding, it has a real North Coast feel up there. There was, mist hanging over the lake, moss in the trees, stuff like that, which kind of shocked me. I've spent a lot of time, as you know, up on Shasta and in that area, and this had a completely different feel. Lewiston Lake is it's in the Trinity River watershed. It's below. The water comes out of Trinity Dam, so it's below Trinity Dam, but it's before the Trinity River proper gets going. It's a narrow, long impoundment. It's about 5 miles long. It's 70 feet deep at the dam. It's much shallower in most of the other areas. I fished the upper end, which is the area known to kick out big rainbows, although I didn't get any. The deepest water I saw was about 30 feet. Most of the water I saw was much shallower. It reminded me of Baum Lake. Big weed beds, lots of aquatic insects. The water was pretty clear. I could tell it was colored up a little bit from the rain, but I still had, 12 feet of clarity. I could see the weed beds in 12 feet of water. So overall, it was a very intriguing place to fish. I had some tough conditions against me. It was raining, I had big wind, I had a big temperature drop, and because it was my anniversary, I only ended up on the water for about 2 hours, but I did catch a couple small rainbows, and I could just tell from their basic temperament that they weren't being super aggressive. They were more interested in hitting midges than any of the hardware I had with me. But the small Dick Knights did save me from getting skunked, so thank you, Mr. Dick Knight. Anyhow, there's a couple launch ramps on the lake. There's a big cement ramp for power boats, and there's a dirt ramp right off the road for kayakers and, float tubers and stuff like that. The lake has a maximum speed limit of 10 miles an hour throughout the lake. So this is the perfect place for kayaking,
float tubing and stuff like that. It's a very popular destination with fly anglers, and I can see why. The weed beds are just full of aquatic insects. Small stuff, small mayflies, and as well as larger stuff like damselflies. Damselfly nymphs can be deadly there at times and stuff like that. In terms of species, there's a bunch of different kinds of fish in Lewiston. King salmon, kokanee salmon, rainbows, brook trout, brown trout, and some black bass. The top attraction, though, is rainbows. The Eagle Lake rainbows that are in the lake can reach 8 pounds, and the sleeper population of browns, they can go over 10. So that's really what you're going to be targeting when you go up there. When I was there, I stayed right across the street from the lake at a place called the Lakeview Terrace Resort. That's run by Ryan and Jordan. They have both cabins and RV sites. They have, some play equipment for kids. They have a pool. No one was swimming. The temperature was in the 40s when I was there. But it's a well-appointed resort, and it is your perfect jumping off point for, the Trinity Alps, Trinity Lake, Lewiston Lake, the Trinity River. There's hiking, biking, gold prospecting in the area. When we were there, we visited the town of Weaverville. We checked out some museums and stuff. We visited Lewiston several times. We ate at the Mountain View Cafe. I can highly recommend the food there. It's run by some very nice ladies, and they have the A game when it comes to preparing, country type food, comfort food. Had some really good stuff there. I go back just for the food, man. I had spaghetti. I had pancakes. Anyhow, Lakeview Terrace Resort, it has some history. There's gold diggings, old gold diggings right there on the property. The cabins are very old, but they've been updated. They're very well maintained. They can accommodate couples, singles, and then they have cabins for big groups. The RV park's pretty extensive. They have some RV sites that have big wooden decks on them and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a base up in the Shasta Trinity National Forest, I can highly recommend the Lakeview Terrace Resort. Very nice people, very nice experience, and honestly, I can't wait to get back there. I want to fish Lewiston some more, but I really want to get loose on the waters of Trinity Lake. I'd never even laid eyes on the lake before this weekend, and it is impressive. I don't think in terms of acreage it's as big as Shasta, but it's impressive. It has a big lower end, a long, narrow middle section, and then a huge upper end. And from what I understand, the upper end is more the bass end of the lake. The lower end is where the trout and salmon guys hang out. I talked to the maintenance guy there at Lakeview Terrace, and he told me 10-pound kings are common. Top-end kings of 20 pounds have been caught. There's a ton of trout in there, and apparently the kings feed on small kokanee. So guys that fish up there, they like to pull whole sardines, big tray bait anchovies, and big spoons. And as you know, that kind of trolling, man, that's my home run swing. So anyway, my next visit up there, I'm going to be hitting Trinity Lake. I'm going to get back out on Lewiston and show those fish I mean business. As long as I'm not hampered by the weather, I'm very confident. I'm going to have all my regular gear in the kayak, plus I'm going to throw in a fly rod. So anyway, if you've never been up to the Shasta Trinity National Forest, I strongly encourage you to get up there. It's just quite the area. There were very few people. There was just tons to do, and it's truly a sportsman's paradise. Anyway, that's our destination for this week. Lewiston Lake, clear water, smart trout. Put in your time, and you will not be disappointed. So if you haven't been up there, put it on your bucket list of places to visit, and who knows, you might be up there at Lakeview Terrace Resort the next time I pull in. And I've got cabin 10 is mine. That's my spot. So anyway, catch you next time here. Next week, we'll be going over another NorCal fishing destination. Thanks, folks.